Hey there, fellow change makers, and happy High Five Friday. I'm Deandra Wardell, owner, CEO, and Chief Visioning Officer of On to the Next One Consulting. Today, I am thrilled to provide you with critical strategies for achieving inclusive leadership in your organization. Inclusive leadership is about creating an environment where everyone feels a sense of belonging and has the opportunity to be a valuable contributor. Achieving inclusive leadership will not, hear me, it will not happen overnight. But let's not forget that it's an ongoing journey with distinct steps that require commitment and daily action. Amanda L. Cole outlined 3 inclusive leadership strategies in her article, How to Overcome Resistance to Inclusive Leadership. And I'd like to add 2 more that I hope you will place in your toolkit. The first strategy is adaptive leadership. Adaptive leadership is the cornerstone of inclusive leadership, and it requires us to continuously evaluate and acknowledge that the solution might not be simple. There may be multiple solutions, and you might need to learn something new in order to discover the best path forward. Adaptive leadership creates resiliency and normalizes the conversation of asking, how are we doing? And what's missing? And what's our next step? It encourages us to identify obstacles as we address complex issues and open the door to learning, development, and growth. The second strategy is collective leadership, which involves the entire team accepting and embracing new ways of thinking and behaving. Investing in leadership development like collective and individual training, attending industry-specific conferences, and developing employee resource groups and committees that can create metrics and strategic plans for implementation are all essential in cultivating collective leadership. These initiatives provide tools and resources to empower your team to collaboratively identify and pave the way to remove barriers to a more inclusive environment. The third strategy is inclusive leadership. Now, inclusive leadership ensures that all voices at all levels are responsible for results and share in the benefits of success and learning when things go as expected or unexpected, when they don't go as planned. This approach reframes problem solving and reframes problems and helps to develop a mindset of problem solving as a way of growing and looking for opportunities for growth and improvement. Instead of assigning blame, we engage and take responsibility for refining our strategies, becoming more resilient, and preparing for the next iteration or whatever it is that we need to go and learn. This collaborative spirit is where adaptive, collective, and inclusive leadership all come together. Now, let's add 2 more strategies to Amanda's list. The fourth strategy addresses resolving resistance to inclusive leadership. Resistance often comes in the form of displacement and distraction, and it's crucial to identify and address these challenges head on. Examples of displacement include holding on to past assumptions, or scapegoating, or placing the burden of advancing improvements like equity, belonging, and inclusivity solely on the DEI committee or on human resources. Meanwhile, distractions consist of resource constraints and even competing priorities. In the face of resistance, leadership should return to the adaptive leadership step, thus normalizing the conversations and leading by example. My final add-on is consensus building. Inclusive leadership is not just about policies and procedures, although those are very important. But consensus building is about nurturing a culture where everyone's voice is heard and valued. Now, there won't always be a perfect response or a perfect decision about what to do, and that's normal. We should be pursuing progress over perfection. And diverse groups have diverse perspectives and different opinions that contribute to great outcomes. That's why it's important to be creative and maximize ways to include as many people as possible in the ideation and generation of solutions and in the discussions. Be intentional when crafting more opportunities for team members to be heard. Invite more voices more often and build shared responsibility while empowering everyone to be involved and to be engaged. In conclusion, these 5 strategies: adaptive leadership, collective leadership, inclusive leadership, addressing resistance, and consensus building will propel your nonprofit toward a brighter, more inclusive future. Embrace these principles and watch your organization thrive by fostering an environment where everyone feels a true sense of belonging and has the opportunity to contribute their best.